Hi, my name is Josh Bowman, and this is the 2 to 4 player worker placement card game, Go Forth and Fetch Water. In Go Forth and Fetch Water, you play one of 4 villagers represented by these different colored geometric shapes. Throughout the game, you will take these shapes and be placing them on one of 5 location cards, as shown here, in order to try to find and collect one of these 9 water cards. So here are the actions you can take in your turn of Go Forth and Fetch Water. First thing you can do is you can travel. Traveling involves taking your villager card and moving it to a different location than the one you're currently at. So if I wanted to go from the village to the lake, that would be my action and therefore ends my turn. Another action I can take on my turn is to search. The search action requires you to take one of the water cards surrounding the area you are at, the location, secretly looking at it, and then putting it back. Another action I can take on my turn if I choose to is the fetch action. Fetch action involves you taking a water card and putting it on top of your villager card. That card will stay with you until you return back to the village. You use your action to travel back to the village, after which you will collect it, and that becomes part of your hand. So, the other action you can take is to rest. Now, rest just simply means you get to pass your turn. So, at the end of the game, after you go back and forth and gather your water cards, you take, after you have your 2 water cards, and each player has their 2 water cards, at the end of the game, each player will flip over their cards and show what 2 water cards they have. The player with the highest water count, adding these 2 numbers together, will win the game. Each location card has writing on it that gives it a special condition for the villagers to follow when they arrive there. For instance, I'll talk about the river for an example. The river's condition is that you may travel directly to the river from any location. So, say I was over here, say this villager 2 was over here at the lake. Usually in the game, when you travel, you have to travel through the village to get to any location. So say if I wanted to go to the lake to the well, I would have to travel through the village, take one of my actions to travel, and then my next turn, travel to the well. Well, with the river, you can travel directly from the lake to the river without having to pass through the village. What makes this game really great is the deduction element of it. You are trying to get as much water as fast as possible. So instead of just searching everywhere, you need to do process of elimination. You need to watch how other players react to the cards. You can have the opportunity sometimes to ask players if they've seen a certain card, and they must answer honestly. It is more than just searching and flipping. It is using your brain and the memory of where you've searched to try to find the highest water count possible.